Hi, I'm Sharonda Williams. I'm here to tell you about the Prime Video original film Coppa Tuya and help you meet the characters. You can watch Coppa Tuya now streaming on Prime Video. Noah and Nick are closer than ever as their relationship seems hotter and more stable despite their parents' attempts to break them up. While things are going great, new job and new school opportunities also introduce new challenges for them. When Noah meets a new woman from Nick's past, their relationship will be tested. Will Nick and Noah be able to shake the outside noise, or will those trying to tear them apart succeed? Nick loves to live life on the dangerous side and is hot as hell. Nick commands the attention of every room he walks in and makes it very hard for ladies to resist him. He loves to fight and enjoys racing cars. Nick has had his walls up and was afraid to let anyone in after he was abandoned by his mother, but that all changed when he fell in love with Noah. Nick is currently following in his father's footsteps and pursuing a career in law. He is interning at his father's firm in San Francisco, which is taking him away from Noah. Nick is worried that his and Noah's changing lives will tear them apart, but he is determined to make the relationship work. But when someone from Nick's past enters Noah's life, it will threaten to destroy everything that Nick has built.
Nick, ¿no puedes aceptarlo?
¿Ni tú ese coche?
Ya. Es una mierda vivir con contradicciones, ¿no? Y más si eres rico.
No pienso volver a San Francisco.
Vas a matar a mi madre a disgustos.
Para trabajar de becario prefiero quedarme aquí. No soporto estar lejos de ti, Pecas.
Noah has a big heart and always wants to help those around her. But don't let her good heart fool you. Noah always demands respect and will get you in line if you cross her. Noah is strong-willed and a fighter, as she survived her dad trying to kill her. At first, Noah was not happy when her mom remarried, but it led her to Nick, who she is now madly in love with. Things are going great for her and Nick, but when she heads off to university, she feels like things are getting shaky with their long-distance relationship. As Noah has new experiences and discovers a secret from Nick's past, their relationship will face its biggest challenge yet.
La banda de Nick contra la banda de Ronnie. ¿En serio?
Ya te he dicho que era cosa de Luca.
Así que así es como conseguís el dinero para vuestras carreras.
No soy tan imbécil. No necesito la pasta.
No, tú lo haces por diversión.
Eso ha sido un golpe bajo.
Es que estoy muy cabreada, que me he perdido el primer día de la universidad.
Eres consciente que eres tú la que ha provocado la pelea, ¿no?
¿Tenías mejor plan?
No, es solo que me ha sorprendido.
Es que colecciono contradicciones.
Jenna is Noah's best friend and is always living her best life and a life of luxury. She loves having fun and hanging out with her bestie Noah and her boyfriend Lion. Jenna comes from a high social class since her father is wealthy, which sometimes causes issues in her relationship with Lion, who doesn't come from money.
Señor Tavish, ¿cómo estás, Lion? ¿Has pensado en mi oferta?
Vámonos, papá.
Gracias por invitarme.
Sonríe para las cámaras. Por ahí va a haber un cabrón que si te ve va a sufrir mucho.
Eso espero.
Nick, aquí. Sofía, por favor.
Vale, ¿una sonrisita? Ah, sí.
Que le escucho.
Déjame en paz. He sido una tonta. Me has hecho siempre sentir culpable por tener dinero. Tú y tu estúpido complejo de inferioridad.
Tienes razón.
Lion is a down-to-earth guy who works hard to provide for himself and his loved ones. He runs his brother's mechanic shop and is feeling stressed as he tries to keep the business afloat. Lion is also having a hard time feeling like he is enough for his girlfriend Jenna, since she lives an extravagant lifestyle he can't afford. With Lion feeling the pressure to make money and save his family's shop, he finds himself going down a dark and dangerous path he might not be able to escape from.
¿Estás sangrando?
No es nada. Me he cortado abriendo el paquete de mierda este.
¿Qué es esto?
Mi hermano me dijo que no lo abriera y que lo entregara en ese local.
¿Lo has abierto?
Quería asegurarme de que era cualquier otra cosa. Yo qué sé, un paquete de móviles, de caviar.
¿Caviar? ¿Tú eres tonto o qué? Trae.
No lo toques.
Tranquilo, nadie se va a dar cuenta.
Sophia is the definition of having both brains and beauty. She is the daughter of a politician, but despite her father's success, she works hard to carve her own path. Sophia has recently graduated from Harvard and is an aspiring lawyer. She then gets a new internship working at Nick's dad's law firm and finds herself working closely with Nick. Sophia knows about Nick's playboy reputation and won't let him distract her from her goals. But as the two work closer together, she may find his charms a little harder to resist.
¿Querías verme?
Pasa, por favor. Nick, mira, ella es Sofía Zavala. Te va a ayudar con las prácticas. Es nuestro nuevo fichaje junior recién llegada de Harvard.
Zavala, ¿eres hija del ministro?
Estoy aquí por mis propios méritos. ¿Y tú?
Briar is Noah's new roommate at university, and boy, does she love to party and have fun. Briar has a troubled past after a relationship left her hopeless and physically hurt. Briar is desperate to get her revenge on her ex, and she quickly finds a way to make him pay. Will Briar be able to get her revenge, or will she hurt herself and those closest to her in the process?
Vamos, todos fuera, se acabó la fiesta. Largo, venga, todos fuera.
Ven, yo te la llevo.
Te dejan aquí los vasos, ¿eh? Vamos, fuera.
Tía, perdóname, de verdad. Es que no tenía tu contacto para pedirte permiso.
No pasa nada.
De verdad que lo siento, ¿eh?
Venga, a follar a vuestra casa. Largo.
Michael comes off as your easy on the eyes, nice guy next door. He is a counselor at Noah's University and an easy person to talk to. As Michael gets to know Noah more, he soon crosses the line of being her mentor. Michael is desperate to gain Noah's attention and will do anything to win her over, even if that means ruining her relationship with Nick.
Bueno, pues dale una vuelta a todo esto y ya me vas contando.
Es tu oportunidad.
Nos vemos la semana que viene.
Chao.
Hola. ¿Os puedo ayudar en algo?
A ella. Bueno, luego te veo en casa.
Pasa.
Rafaela is Noah's mother and has found a new lease on life after meeting her husband, William. Rafaela is happily in love and wants to embrace her new lifestyle. The only problem is that her daughter's relationship with Nick is ruining her picture-perfect image. Rafaela would do anything to ensure Noah breaks up with Nick, even if that means scheming to get her way.
¿De verdad tú te crees que ha dejado las peleas ilegales y las carreras?
Confío en él. Porque sé que me quiere.
¿Sí? ¿Segura?
Yo le quiero a él.
Pues no bajo mi techo.
William is Nick's father and a wealthy businessman. He loves being a father but doesn't always show Nick the affection he desperately wants. William is happy again after finding the love of his life, Rafaela, and desperately wants the marriage to work. He is trying to keep his family together, but Noah and Nick's relationship threatens to disrupt that. William must work with his wife, Rafaela, to end Noah and Nick's relationship to find peace in his own marriage.
Sus padres. ¿Sabes que se están divorciando?
¿Qué?
Su padre contratado de abogado a Roca. Él me lo ha contado. Van a machacar a Anabel.
And that concludes this Copa Tuya edition of Prime Video Meet the Characters. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to watch Copa Tuya, now streaming on Prime Video.